Have you ever felt utterly powerless, watching injustice unfold right before your eyes, knowing you hold a piece of the truth, but fearing no one will believe you? Imagine that feeling, but through the eyes of a 7-year-old. This is the story of Sarah Jenkins, a loving mother, and her bright 7-year-old daughter, Lily, whose ordinary day in Harmony Creek, a quiet suburban town, turned into a nightmare of false accusations and a battle for truth. It's a testament to courage, resilience, and the unexpected power of a child's voice. The initial moments of a traffic stop can be unsettling, but for Sarah, it quickly spiraled into a suffocating fear, a primal instinct to protect her child from something she couldn't comprehend. Lily, in her innocence, felt a deep confusion, a knot in her stomach as she watched her mom's calm demeanor shatter. The setting sun, usually a comforting sight as they drove home, now cast long, ominous shadows. Sarah's hands gripped the steering wheel, knuckles white, as the patrol car's lights pulsed behind them. She took a deep breath, trying to project calm she didn't feel. "It's okay, sweetie," she murmured, glancing at Lily in the rearview mirror. Just a quick stop. Little did she know, this would be anything but quick. As we delve into Sarah and Lily's journey, consider how quickly a routine moment can escalate. To truly understand the weight of their experience, we must first set the scene of that fateful afternoon. The sun was setting over Harmony Creek, casting long shadows as Sarah drove Lily home from soccer practice. It was a typical Tuesday, filled with the usual after-school chatter about who scored the most goals and what cartoon they'd watch that evening. Then, the flashing blue and red lights appeared in her rearview mirror, shattering the peaceful domestic scene. Sarah, confused but compliant, pulled her old sedan to the side of the road. Officer Mark Thompson approached the car, his posture stiff, a frown etched on his face. "License and registration, ma'am," he stated, his voice devoid of warmth. Sarah fumbled for her documents, her heart beginning to pound. Lily, sensing her mother's unease, grew quiet in the back seat. "Do you know why I pulled you over?" Officer Thompson asked, leaning slightly into the window, his gaze intense. Sarah, genuinely bewildered, shook her head. "No, officer, I don't." His response was immediate and sharp. "You were doing 50 in a 35 zone, and your tail light is out." Sarah's eyebrows furrowed. "Officer, I was certain I was under the speed limit, and I just had my car serviced last week. My tail lights were fine." She tried to keep her voice steady, but a tremor crept in. Officer Thompson's jaw tightened. "Don't lie to me, ma'am. That's resisting." Sarah's initial annoyance at being pulled over quickly morphed into disbelief, then panic, as Officer Thompson's tone hardened. Her heart pounded, not just for herself, but for Lily, whose wide, innocent eyes reflected her own growing terror. "Officer, please, I have my daughter in the car. There must be some mistake." His eyes flicked to Lily, and she's old enough to know better than to lie for her mother. "Step out of the vehicle, ma'am." Panic seized Sarah. "Step out? What?" She felt a surge of adrenaline, her mind racing, searching for a reason, a way to de-escalate. "What are you accusing me of?" "You're being uncooperative," he snapped. He reached for the car door. Lily, seeing her mother's distress, reacted instinctively. She had seen her dad, an amateur filmmaker, record things on his phone. In her small hand, she clutched Sarah's phone, which had been charging in the console. Her little fingers fumbled with it, trying to turn on the camera. "Mommy, I'm recording him," she whispered, her voice barely audible but laced with a child's desperate plea for fairness. Officer Thompson's head snapped towards Lily. His eyes narrowed, and in a flash, he reached into the car, wrenching the phone from Lily's grasp. He slammed it against the car's door frame, then dropped it to the ground, deliberately stomping on it with his boot. The sound of plastic cracking and glass shattering echoed in the sudden silence, a violent punctuation mark on the escalating tension. "That's evidence tampering," he yelled, his face inches from Sarah's. He then roughly pulled Sarah from the car, twisting her arm behind her back. Sarah cried out, a mix of pain and shock. He shoved her against the hood of the car, forcing her face down onto the cold metal. "You're under arrest for reckless driving, resisting arrest, and endangering a minor." Lily screamed, a raw, piercing sound that tore through the evening air. She scrambled out of the car, eyes wide with horror, as she watched her mother being handcuffed and shoved into the back of the patrol car. The crushing sound of the phone being destroyed echoed the shattering of their peace. Sarah, bewildered and terrified, could only meet Lily's tear-filled gaze before the door slammed shut. If you've ever felt unheard, you'll understand the profound frustration Sarah endured. With the phone shattered, it seemed the only witness was a terrified little girl. But sometimes, even broken pieces hold the most powerful truths. This traumatic encounter was just the beginning, setting the stage for a legal battle where the odds seemed stacked against them, and the truth felt elusive. Weeks later, in the sterile environment of a courtroom, where facts are weighed and testimonies scrutinized, who would have thought the most compelling voice would belong to a child? Sarah, released on bail, sat next to her public defender, Mr. Harrison, feeling a cold knot of dread. The prosecutor presented Officer Thompson's testimony, a meticulous, calm account of Sarah's alleged reckless driving, her refusal to comply, and her attempt to involve her child in evidence destruction. It painted a picture of Sarah as a defiant, dangerous individual. Mr. Harrison did his best, but without tangible evidence, it was largely Sarah's word against the police officers. He had no choice but to call Lily to the stand. Sarah watched Lily approach the witness stand, a mix of immense pride and agonizing fear swirling within her. Lily, barely tall enough to see over the witness box railing, looked tiny and vulnerable in the imposing room. The judge, a stern but kind-faced woman, patiently explained Lily's role. "Lily," the prosecutor began, his voice surprisingly gentle, but his eyes sharp, "can you tell us what you saw that evening?" Lily clutched a small, worn teddy bear in her lap. Her voice, though soft, was clear. The lights were flashing. Mommy stopped. The man came. She gestured vaguely towards Officer Thompson, who sat impassively. He yelled at Mommy. Mommy said no. She didn't speed. Then the man got mad. "And what happened next, Lily?" "Mommy was scared. I saw him being mean. So I took her phone because Daddy said to record things." A murmur went through the courtroom. Sarah held her breath. "But then the man took it from me," Lily continued, her lower lip trembling slightly. "And he broke it. He broke Mommy's phone with his foot. He pushed Mommy down." And she cried. Every word Lily spoke was a dagger to Sarah's heart, reliving the trauma, yet also a beacon of hope. For Lily, the courtroom was a giant, intimidating place, but her love for her mom and her clear memory of the injustice gave her a strength beyond her years. She wasn't just telling a story. She was reliving a nightmare, but for a purpose. The prosecutor tried to poke holes, suggesting Lily was confused, that children often embellish details. "Lily, are you sure you remember this clearly? It was dark, you were scared. Perhaps you misunderstood what happened to the phone." Lily's small head shook vehemently. "No." He stomped it. It went crunch. She even made a small stomping motion with her foot, a raw, undeniable gesture of a child recalling a violent act. A tense silence fell over the courtroom. The judge leaned forward, her expression unreadable. While the prosecutor scoffed, the jury seemed to lean forward too, captivated by Lily's innocent but firm conviction. After a brief recess, the judge made an unexpected ruling. Given the unusual nature of the child's testimony, particularly concerning the destruction of evidence, I order that the phone alleged to have been destroyed be submitted for forensic analysis. See if anything at all, can be recovered from it or any associated cloud services. Consider the immense bravery it takes for a child to speak truth to power. Lily's unwavering account, though met with initial skepticism, sparked a crucial decision that would change the entire trajectory of the case. The truth, like water, always finds a way to surface, even from the most unexpected depths. Days later, a ripple of anticipation, mixed with fear, ran through Sarah's small apartment. The forensic report was in. Mr. Harrison called, his voice barely containing his excitement. "Sarah, you won't believe it. They found it. A cloud backup. Lily's video. It's grainy, shaky, but it's there. And it confirms everything. The next court session was electrifying. The video, retrieved from the digital ether, was played on the courtroom screen. It showed Officer Thompson's aggressive posture, Sarah's pleading expression, Lily's tiny hand holding the phone, and then the undeniable footage of the officer snatching the phone and deliberately smashing it under his boot. The sound of the crunch was clear, undeniable. The footage ended abruptly as the phone was destroyed, but the visual evidence was irrefutable. The moment the recovered video played in court, a wave of vindication washed over Sarah, mixed with a profound sadness for the trauma they had endured. It was raw, undeniable proof. Officer Thompson, who had seemed so confident, now looked pale, his composure cracking. But the revelations didn't stop there. Inspired by Lily's courage and the undeniable evidence, an unexpected witness came forward. Officer Emily Davis, a junior officer from the same precinct, walked into Mr. Harrison's office. She confessed she had been aware of Officer Thompson's previous questionable conduct, including incidents where he had exaggerated charges or intimidated citizens, acts that had been discreetly handled internally. She presented internal memos and anonymous reports that painted a clear picture of a pattern of abuse of power that had been systematically covered up by certain elements within the police department. "I've seen him do this before," Officer Davis admitted, her voice trembling slightly, but her eyes resolute. "The department, they just sweep things under the rug. But after seeing that little girl testify and knowing what I knew, I couldn't stay silent anymore." Officer Davis, though risking her career, felt a moral imperative, a deep sense of justice guiding her. Her voice, though quiet, carried the weight of years of suppressed truths, finally seeing the light of day. This wasn't just about one incident. It was about a systemic issue. The revelation of the recovered video, combined with a whistleblower's testimony, was a double blow that shook the entire precinct. The Internal Affairs Department was forced to open a full investigation, reflect on the power of technology in uncovering hidden truths and the courage of those who speak out. With the truth now undeniable, the focus shifted from proving innocence to holding the guilty accountable, paving the way for a new chapter of justice and reform. What happens when a single act of courage, witnessed by a child, reverberates through a community, sparking change far beyond one courtroom? Sarah Jenkins' charges were swiftly dropped, her name cleared. The relief was immense, a heavy cloak lifted from her shoulders. She subsequently filed a powerful lawsuit against Officer Thompson and the Harmony Creek Police Department for malicious prosecution and racial discrimination. It was a testament to her unwavering spirit, a fight not just for herself, but for every individual who had been unjustly targeted. Officer Thompson, exposed by the video and Officer Davis's testimony, was immediately suspended, then arrested, facing charges that finally brought accountability to his actions. The weight lifted from Sarah's shoulders was immense, replaced by a quiet strength and determination to ensure no other family endured what they had. Lily, though young, understood her impact, a newfound confidence blossoming within her. She was no longer just a scared little girl. She was a tiny hero. The community, initially shocked by the revelations, rallied around them, transforming collective outrage into a powerful movement for change, a gentle wave of hope washing over Harmony Creek. But the true legacy of this ordeal belongs to Lily. Her bravery became a symbol, not just in Harmony Creek, but across the nation. In her honor, the Lily's Voice Fund was established. This fund is dedicated to providing specialized training and support for child witnesses, ensuring their voices are heard and protected in legal proceedings. It offers crucial legal aid to families fighting similar battles and actively advocates for police reform, pushing for policies like mandatory cloud backups for all body camera footage and stricter accountability measures. The case sparked a wider investigation into police conduct in Harmony Creek, leading to the review of numerous officers and the implementation of new, transparent policies, fostering greater trust between law enforcement and the community. This is a story of how a child's simple truth can dismantle a web of lies and ignite a movement for justice. It reminds us that even in the darkest moments, hope can emerge from the most unexpected places. Consider how small acts of courage can ripple into monumental change for justice. If this story resonated with you, and you believe in the power of truth and the importance of accountability, we invite you to learn more about the Lily's Voice Initiative. You can find links in the description below to support their vital work and discover other stories of courage that are shaping a more just world. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories, and share your thoughts in the comment below. Your engagement helps us amplify these crucial messages.